Hey there guys, this is Malorian, and this will be my intro video for the King of the North tournament I'm going to on Saturday. And this is one where, okay, Alberta is a big place, you know, you can fit two Germanys in here, and basically if Edmonton, where I'm from, is in the very middle, Grande Prairie is right up near the top, so it's a 5-hour drive to get up there. We went there once before. It was lots of fun. We actually stayed the night so we could drink. We're doing this all in one day, so it's going to be a crazy driving thing. But the last time we were there, I made a promise that the next time I go, I was going to take Constance and then pair her with probably Magnus too. And so, yeah, we're going to have to go through this promise here. I was wondering if I could get through with some of the Magnus stuff, because Constance is more of an infantry type thing, and so my Magnus 2 is also normally infantry, so I want to get like a jack thing going. I didn't think I could paint my galleon in time, so I thought maybe I could get my Magnus 1 list, my tier that has like the 6 buccaneers, but again, I need the galleon, and no, I just can't get that painted in time. So this is what I'm going to have. So I'm going to talk about here what my lists are, and then I'm going to talk about what my expectations are. So the first list is a highborn list, 50 points of course for this tournament, and it's Constance with a Nomad. I have 2 max units of Forge Guard, 2 max units of Press Gangers, a max unit of Precursor Knights with UA, and then lots of solos, because for highborn, all solos get advanced deploy. So it's a real big benefit to these solos, and so I am going to be having Anastasia, Hawk, Gorman, Harlan Versch, Lanissa, and also Madeline Corbeau. So 6 solos up there, and the way this one's supposed to work is really hard hitting. So I basically swarm in there, I can pop my feet, really as they kill the Press Gangers, I can use that to fuel the Forge Guard, and then of course with Transference I can like boost a hit if I need. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Of course with Anastasia, if I get off her whole thing, espionage, then I get to go again with the Forge Guard, go up there, you know, with my Corbeau. I can either use that to move up Constance for a Constance assassination, or I could be moving up Anastasia, so that all goes well, or I could be moving up Gorman. So it's an interesting list. Of course, I have Lanissa still in there in order to get some longer threat ranges in there when needed. But yeah, it's kind of more of my hard-hitting list for infantry anyway. So, list 2, this is a list, I've played a lot of Magnus in my day. In fact, I freaking loved Magnus for the longest time before I got into Cygnar very much, and I've never ran a list like this. So here's the Magnus 2 list. So this is just a regular 4-star, and it is Magnus 2 with a Nomad, so Nomad in both lists, we're good to go. Alexia and the Risen, Max Nis Hunters, Max Kayazi Assassins with Underboss, 2 units of Eliminators, and then there's also 2 units of Press Gangers, so again, double Press Gangers, both lists, then Ogren Bokur, Orin Midwinter, and Rupert. Those last 7 points there, the 3 solos, almost turned into the Cutthroats, but I decided to go for this. So really what I'm hoping to do with this list, and actually, I mean, even though I've never played it, and I've played this or are close to Constance list before, I'm way more comfortable with this Magnus 2 list just because I'm used to him. And the whole idea is that this was the first one is kind of a hard hitting thing. This one here is high defense, and it's really just supposed to be an absolute swarm. I mean, I'm going to have those Press Gangers in the front like I always do, and then of course as they die, it's like my usual thing when they turn into Risen. Rushing up behind them are going to be the Nis, their defense 15. I got the Eliminators, and I got the Kayazi, they're like defense 16. So high defense coming in. And so between just bodies, and I got Rupert to make it so that all those Risen will be tough. So I am having a whole bunch of ways of blocking. Magnus 2's feat is where, hey, if you're in my control area, I pick 2 directions, you can't go that way. And so it's a really powerful way to get a scenario jump. So that's going to be the big thing with that list. Whereas Constance list really needs us to get in there and just like punch in the face. The Magnus one is all about like trapping you and keeping you back and going for a scenario. But this one's a little bit different because I can still go for killing stuff as well, right? Like all of these Kayazi can just go and like do their mini feat and charge through and do a lot of damage. So it still can do a lot of damage, but and I'm hoping with this it'll actually throw my opponent off, because we're looking at these Nis Hunters coming in and these assassins, and they'll be a little bit more careful. And then while they're worried about that threat, boom, my feat, I get scenario, and it's awesome. So hopefully it'll work out well. This is the first time I've been running ever the Ogryn Bokur. Bought him and painted him, so it'll be nice to have that shield guard in there, because I find that I get my Magnus 2 killed all the time just from being shot. So if I get bullet dodger on him and I have a shield guard, I'm feeling pretty good. So those are my 2 lists. It is divide and conquer, so at some point I will have to play my constants list, but overall, this, because it's way up in Grand Prairie, initially I thought, you know what, it's fine that I'm going with this, because a lot of the guys up there in Grand Prairie, they're not like the big time tournament players. So I really thought the biggest challenge up there was going to be my brother, who's going to come there with his cricks, and he's going to kick in people's teeth. And I thought, that's okay. I should have a good shot of being second or third. As long as I play well, it can go okay. Now more serious players are all going as well. This is part of our little Alberta circuit here, so whoever gets first here gets an auto invite into the invite only event at the very end of the year. Well, the tournament year anyway, it's kind of like a mid-year thing. But anyway, a bunch of people from Red Deer, so they have even farther to go. That adds like another hour and a half to that drive there, so 6.5 hours basically for them to get up there. A big truckload of them are going, and they're all really good players. So whereas before I was hoping to go 3-1, that's kind of where I was hoping to go. It's a 4-game tournament. Now 3-1, of course I'm going to push for that, and hopefully I get there. I think it's more realistic to say I'll go 2-2, but we'll see. So either way, when I put up this report, I'll have 4 games coming quickly after it, and fingers crossed I do well. But if I'm just looking at the list, I'm guessing I'm going to do better with my Magnus 2 than I will with my Constants. But who knows? Maybe this Constants one is like the secret that I should have been going to all along. So there you go. If you guys want to, you can always comment down below how you think I'm going to do, what do you think about the list, if there's any changes you'd make. And yeah, we'll see how I do. Bye.